Welcome back to Bob's Workshop. In an earlier episode, just a few days ago, I compared cheap trains from Menards and trains.com. Today, I'd like to show you some buildings that were made by Menards, and they're still being made by Menards, but they've been around long enough to reach the used market. So you can find some of them at trains.com. I'm going to compare buildings that are still for sale new at Menards and available used at trains.com. Now, if you're like me, you would assume that anything that's used would be cheaper than the same thing new. Well, I was wrong. So, check this out. I don't get it, but here it is. This is a video that turned out differently than I expected. Most everything you buy depreciates pretty quickly, almost immediately after purchasing. For collectibles, though, value drops dramatically, especially after they've been opened. So looking at the same items from two different sources, as I'll do here, well, the results would seem to indicate otherwise. Starting off with trains.com, here's the Cripple Creek crossing that is described as like new for $76.22. Unless the previous owner removed and then perfectly reinstalled the staples around the box's base, I think this may actually be new. So remember the price, $76.22. It's July 2024, and all the items that I'm comparing here and now were looked at online on the same day within minutes of each other. Here's the exact same item, brand new, from the original manufacturer for nearly $14 less. Well, maybe the difference in price is just a fluke, a one-time occurrence, or a typo at the trains.com website. Next up for trains.com is this FedEx building for $84.14. It's also listed as like new, but again, I don't think it's ever been opened. It has a lot of cool LED lights, and it's even animated. The forklift comes out and then goes back inside again. Pretty cool. $84.14. Menards has the same building for $71.19 after their 11% mail-in rebate. That's almost $12 cheaper. I'm reasonably sure that both items are brand new, yet even Menards' price before the rebate is still $4 less than trains.com. A higher price, maybe once or even twice, may just be random coincidence. But here's example number 3. The Caboose Coffee Shop is offered at trains.com for $81.17. They say it's like new, but if you look closely at this one, you'll see that the staples that should normally hold the two-piece plastic box together, well, those are missing. So at the very least, it's been opened. $81.17. Brand new at Menards, $62.29. A difference of $18.88. In the description from trains.com, the Metropolis movie theater features ceramic construction. So, it's basically like a Department 56 building, minus the snow. The lighting effects are very good, but it's hand-painted, so quality varies from item to item. This is listed as like new,
but because of the cardboard box, it would be easy to take it out, display it for a while, and then put it back in. Train's price? $93.05. Over at Menards, it'll set you back $88.99 after mail-in rebate. It's a smaller difference this time, but Menards is still cheaper, and Menards is still brand new. $88.99. It's starting to get a little ridiculous. Here's another ceramic building, but on this one, 2 of the figures have broken off from the base. The previous owner modified the wiring, and the description mentions light nicks and scratches on the surface. So, a used building from Trains.com for $73.05. Honestly, I hate the name. Halls of Handsome just sounds stupid to me. But Menards will sell you a brand new, unbroken, and unmodified version for $44.49 after rebate. That's $28.56 cheaper than the basket case over at Trains.com. What the heck? The difference between the next 2 examples is less extreme. In fact, if you sign up to be on the Trains.com mailing list, they'll give you a discount code good for $10 off any purchase over $50. There are also quite a few YouTubers affiliated with Trains.com that can provide you with similar discount codes for $10 off when you spend $50 or more. So, with that in mind, for the first time in this video, Trains.com might actually be cheaper than the new versions sold at Menards. Well, that didn't last for long. This War of the Worlds diorama can be found at Trains.com for $168.04. That's a lot of money. And the telltale staples that would hold the packaging together when new, well, those are absent. So, I'm going to call this used. Trains.com describes it as like new. $168.04 versus $106.79. Their theme song says, "Save big money at Menards," and $61.25 is big money to me. That's how much you'll save if you buy this new at Menards. I'm in an unusual position here. On the one hand, I really like Trains.com for finding bargains on older Lionel trains. I've been able to find reasonably priced deals on locomotives that I really wanted when I was a kid, so that's good. I've also been able to buy cheap rolling stock to use as repainting projects here on this channel. Sometimes Trains.com is actually cheaper than the train shows and swap meets that I attend. But then why are their prices for Menards O-scale buildings so high? I don't get it. The world may never know. So until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care.